Problem 23. The following points lie on a certain line. What is the equation of the line? Well, this one you can actually do it multiple ways. The long and arduous way would be to take basically this -2, plug it into x, then take the -11, plug it into y, and then see if when you plug those numbers in, it still makes sense. And we did that on a previous problem. And then you would have to take 1, plug that into x, take -5, plug that into y, and make sure that works. And you have to go through all of those until you figured out which one satisfied, which equation here satisfied all of these. And it's tedious and it's going to waste a bunch of time. So I'm not even going to do it. But you get the idea. The second best way to do this would be to, and give me a second and get rid of this E. The second best way to do this would be to, first we'll find the slope, narrow it down, and then do the plug-in. So we would take the slope of the line here, equation, and I basically just snipped this from the math formula sheet with my snipping tool, and it's just, it's these guys here. I just snipped them for reference so that we could look at them without clicking back and forth. So if we wanted to do it that way, where we would just kind of narrow down, figure out the slope, and then start plugging in, here's how we would do it. And we're taking this one here. So we pick two easy y2, y1 points. So we would say, like, this is y2, this is y1, this is x2, this is x1. So it'd be like y2 minus y1 would be 5 minus 1 over x2 minus x1, which would be 6 minus 4. That's going to be equal to 4 over 2, or 2. And we can see that, oh, boom, there's 2. Because if you look at y equals mx plus b, m is slope. So, these are in that slope-intercept form right here. So we know that the slope is going to be 2 for D, it's going to be 2 for C, it's going to be -3 for B, and -4 for A. So, just there, we just knocked it down to, we could just basically plug all these into, just these two, C and D. But we're not going to do that either, because that also, that's going to save a lot more time than the first way. But let me show you an even better way. All right, so for the best way to do this and the fastest, you're going to need two equations from your mathematical formula sheet, but we're not going to be plugging in any of this stuff. We're just going to figure it out. So we already know that m, or the slope, is equal to 2. So we're going to take what we know there, and then we are going to plug a couple easy numbers in here into this point slope form. The y minus y1 equals m, which is 2, times x minus x1. Now when you do this, we want to make sure we pick two easy ones. I wouldn't do -2 and -11 because that's just, why do that when you can plug in something easy like 4 and 1? So x1 would be 4, y1 would be 1. So y minus y1, or y minus 1, and we'll say m is 2 since we figured that out there. And x1 is 4, so x minus x1 is x minus 4. And now we just solve, and we'll have it in this form. So the first thing we do, we'll just say y minus 1 equals 2x. We'll distribute this 2 to the x and the 4, so it'll be 2x minus 8. Now we're going to add 1 to both sides to get y by itself. So our final equation is just going to be y equals 2x minus 7. And where do we find that? Boom, that's D. So that's the fastest way to do it. Again, we use the slope of the line formula here to find m, and then we just pick two easy points over here and plug that into point slope form and find it that way. Otherwise, you're going to waste a bunch of time on this problem. And even if you get it right, you're going to spend at least 7 minutes trying to figure it out. I mean, it's just too tedious. So this is the best way to do it. And that's it. Moving on.